Good morning. Day 26. Canada Day. Yay. We're at Laura Woodard Shelter. We have 8.7 miles to the Canadian border. And then like another 1.3 to the parking lot. It really is. Especially after what we've done. Stayed dry in the tent last night. Our wonderful smelling clothes hanging around on us.
I don't think Eric's going to take on this particular subject.
No, definitely not. Rotting flesh. Looking forward to getting done, but at the same time, it's been an adventure, and look forward to more of them in the future. You can probably hear the pitter-patter of rain on the tent fly, and there's probably going to be a wet day. What a change. Beginning of day 26, starting at Laura Woodard Shelter. We camped right there last night. Look at that, leave no trace, except for the dry spot.
Couldn't help it.
Just about 8:45, getting on trail.
So we are northbound out of Laura Woodard Shelter area and doing a little trail maintenance as we go, because this trail in spots has gotten pretty overgrown. There are some quick growing plants that tend to love to get into those open spaces where the trail is supposed to be, and it makes it a challenge to see where your next step is. So I appreciate that Megamind is taking a little extra time to get some of those cleared out. That, and there's this cute little rock outcropping here too. But it is a wet, moist morning, so we are going to be extra careful about going down through this trail today. So, catch you in a little bit.
Probably going to sound like a broken record. The trail is wet this morning. Rained quite a bit last night. Thankfully it's not raining right now. And stayed dry in the tent. And it's our last day, so hey. In one part I'm excited to be done. And a little bit of me is disappointed it's the last day, because it has been a lot of fun and challenge. We're coming up the last 3/10 of a mile to the top of Doll Peak, which is our last kind of significant climb of the trail. I mean, trust me, there's more climbs, but so as you can see, it's pretty steep, but it's a short steep, thankfully. Look at those amazing views we're getting. Woohoo!
This is one of those sections where you get to practice your balancing act. And it really is a good idea to use the puncheon even if they are in kind of rough condition, because stuff off to the side can get pretty deep at times. Yeah, like that. See you down the trail.
We're at Shooting Star Shelter having our last lunch of the trail. No more wraps.
At least for a little while.
At least for a little bit. So, here's the water source at Shooting Star Shelter. You need to prime the pump, this jug here, and then pump, which is going to be interesting trying to film this, but you pour the water into there while pumping the handle. I'm not going to try and film it. But once it's primed, it's as easy as pumping. All you gotta do is pour the water in there first and pump. As you can see, I've refilled the jug so that the next people can prime it. Simple as that. Leaving Shooting Star Shelter. Got our last 4 miles to the Canadian border. Mushrooms deployed, umbrellas deployed. People say we look like jellyfish, something. But here we go, Canada, here we come. Wow, check out those views again. Woo! Last view we'll get, right? So, if for some reason you've actually been watching this and you come to day 26 and you're like, never mind, where'd the blue buff go? Blue buff is in the pocket. Tucked carried this red bandana from Massachusetts all the way here, and I'm wearing it today. My mom passed away a little less than a year ago, and this is one of the bandanas that she used to wear. And so this is taking Mom on the long trail with us. Decided I'd wear it today in her memory. Love you forever, Mom. So another shout out to all the trail maintainers. We appreciate all they do, and we enjoy doing trail maintenance ourselves. But the section between Laura Woodard and Shooting Star, while it's a little bit brushy, last year there was a number of blowdowns, and this year they were hardly any there. So they really made an effort to clean that up. And so far the section from Shooting Star Shelter is excellent. I mean, it's wet because, gee, it's been raining. So, but it's not really brushed in for the most part, and just kind of nice trail. Nice way to head towards the finish. Or a nice way to begin your trail if you're going southbound. We have reached North J Pass, Route 105. We went over Burnt Mountain, apparently. Doll Peak. Today, we have 2.6 miles to go to the Canadian border.
My mama always says, look both ways before crossing. I'm sure you're using your ears too.
Because you aren't going to see much in either direction. But here we go. Long trail north. 2.6 miles to Journey's End.
See the next blaze up
There's
there?
a white blaze. I don't know if you can pick it out. I'll zoom. It is so foggy you can't see it through the camera. You'll have to point it out, Tupt, because the camera can't pick it up. There's the white blaze she's standing next to. Woohoo! Making our way up Carlton Mountain. Tut says it's like the last thing, you know, making sure you really want to finish this. So the long trail is very similar to that song Going on a Bear Hunt that they sing at some scout camps. Can't go around it. Can't go under it. Gotta go over it. We're going on a thru hike. But I wouldn't change it for anything. We have reached Carlton Mountain, elevation 2,670 feet. It is literally downhill from here. 1.4
we had to do.
1.4 miles to the Canadian border. The lookout is a lie. I mean, you can go check it out, but there was no view. Like even we went last year on a sunny day, and I don't remember there being a view. So we're definitely not checking it out on a cloudy day today. So there goes Tupt. Here I am, there we go down the trail, hooray! We are midway between the equator and the North Pole. It's interesting living in Vermont. I've always kind of thought we were in the north, but you know, we're not quite in the north, but hey, now I am. Just a little ways to the border.
We are rounding the corner. Megamind in the lead. And what is this in the woods?
Trail, northern terminus, the scenic trail that starts and ends here. Following the crest of the Green Mountains, 273 miles from the Canadian border to the Mass state line. White blazes mark the LT, blue blazes mark the connecting trails. The Long Trail was conceived and built by the Green Mountain Club from 1910 to 1931. It is maintained by the GMC, state and federal agencies. Shelters are provided for hikers at regular intervals. For information, contact the Green Mountain Club. Woohoo!
Yay!
But we're not really done yet.
There's also a In Memory of Sparky 98 LT. But wait, there's more.
Zen Trail, which we'll be hiking in a short while.
So the border is just through these trees. Journey's End Trail takes a right up here, so you can head to Journey's End Shelter and out to the parking lots. So we'll be taking that in just a little bit. But ta-da! This is where you're supposed to play the epic music, right?
Sure.
2020 A Space Odyssey.
I'm in Canada, eh? We have reached the border. Woo! Woo! 272 or 3 miles, depending on what sign you read or what book you look at. But we did it, and we did it together, and here we are.
Aww. PDA.
And there's the border swath, nicely maintained in that direction. A little bit of brush there. I guess they couldn't get the cutter up here. A little less maintained through here, but still they must cut it somehow because it's pretty obvious. And as I would say, the best part about those mountains over there, we don't gotta climb them right now. We're on the Journey's End Trail, which is kind of nice. It's not very steep. Kind of liking that. We'll quickly show you Journey's End Camp when we get to it. And I do mean quickly because our ride is waiting for us, thankfully. We just reached Journey's End Shelter. We're going to take a quick look and sign the logbook. This is not officially on the Long Trail, but if you're having a ride come the next day or wanted to start out late on the day for your Long Trail through hike, Sobo, you could stay here. There's a register, pretty dark in here right now. Let's see if I can, oh, it's going to open up a window. There's some light on the situation. Shelter information over there. The privy's just to the north. Somebody left somebody a note. That's sweet. And there's a register. We're going to sign the register and be on our way. Now we have 8/10 of a mile back to the parking lot where our ride awaits. We can get out of our wet shoes and socks. We'll see. The road is pretty rough, so we'll see if our ride's at the closer to us parking lot or the further away one. And here we are at the parking lot.
Heading to North Troy. No.
Heading to North Troy and beyond. We're going to yellow blaze all the way home. We're going to stop at Mount Norris Scout Reservation first and take a shower and have dinner. See one of our sons. Woohoo! So the day 26 recap, we've made it home. We hiked 10 miles today to get to the Canadian border and end our through hike and get picked up. Did the trail in 26 days, including 4 Neuros, so averaged about 10.5 miles a day. Look forward to future adventures.